crystal ball reading. So I have my mini travel crystal ball with me, and I'm at a park, as you can see. So I thought I would jump on and do a little bit of crystal ball outdoors whilst the weather is trying to get nice, I think. It's trying to be nice. So, so yeah, I hope that some of you can make a crystal ball reading. Risha, hello and welcome. It's nice to catch you. So, excuse me. Crystal ball reading with oracle cards. So we still only have Akashic at the moment. I am working on getting to a spiritual store, getting more items, but right now we have Crystal Ball and Akashic Tarot. I will be doing likely bone reading later today, so if you're available later as well, you may get a bone reading. I may prioritize members, but it's probably just going to be first come, first serve with that. So, hello and welcome, Risha, AA, Pooja. I'm very well. I hope you are well. Sid, too. I hope you are well. Jasmine. Okay, first question is Kieran, and it says, what ST feelings and intentions for me? Okay. I'm getting a positive energy. Like, there is a really quite a strong positive energy, but in terms of intentions, I don't really sense much in terms of intentions, but there does seem to be like a draw to you and a desire to, maybe get to know you better or spend more time with you or something like that. There's a positive energy there. So please like the video as well. If you are in, please like the video. I greatly appreciate that. AA says Ash's thoughts for me today. Okay. There's fleeting images of you visually, so remembering times together, remembering, like reminiscing on memories, but seeing it visually, which is nice. Sid says, "Hey everyone," very nice. And let me know the sound as well. Like I said, I do have my mic with me, but when it's pretty quiet, tends to be okay for sound. So hopefully it is okay. It's not too noisy here. So if you are new, I am Venus. This is Secret Frequencies, and I do readings like this all the time. Today we have Crystal Ball and Akashic Tarot to choose from. So you can ask specific questions for the Crystal Ball, or you can ask for an Akashic Tarot card, and I'll read the card for you. So Kieran says, what's my current blockage in my career? So it is a root chakra block, so that can be quite general. A root chakra block can block your career, finances, even safety and security with the home. How you're able to fend for yourself, look after yourself, and be safe and secure as well. So that is kind of why it links to money as well. So you may need to work a little bit more on your root chakra. I've seen a block there a few times. Sid says, is the twin flames new girlfriend a genuinely nice person? Okay. Yes. You get a yes on that. John, hello, welcome. Jasmine says $210 the correct amount to give Randall, or is it more or less? And if the number is different, what number is coming up? Okay. We're getting a good energy around that number. So I would say that's okay. Getting a good energy around that. AA says, what does Asha love about Aliza? There's a deeper connection that can be felt. One of those things where we just feel drawn to someone and we're not really sure why. But there's also physical elements, physical attraction, and a like of the personality, feeling like, approachable, feeling comfortable, So there's a few different elements to that, which is nice. And Pooja says, what N's thoughts about my story that he liked on Instagram recently, okay? So a little bit of reminiscing, a little bit of reminiscing there about the old connection, but mostly feeling kind of happy for you, if that makes sense. Happy for you. Curious as what chakra story we need to work on. I definitely would say the root at the is most. Sid, who's Will Twin Flame messaged me this year. Yes, it seems to be much later in the year, but I do get a yes on that. And occasion. So guys, please space out your questions. I understand that when you're in first, you're kind of just on your own, so you're posting loads of questions. But please do have respect for other people and give other people a space to ask their questions as well. Acacia card for Kieran. Okay, we have the Karmic Trench, but it is upside down, which actually, of all of the cards, we do want this one upside down. So when he's digging his Karmic Trench, he's keep repeating the cycle. So it could be a bad habit, an addiction, attraction to certain types of people, keep getting into the same situations, either in this lifetime or repeating over lifetimes and you're not learning the lesson. But when it's this way, you're learning the lesson, the positive karma is coming, it's a positive cycle, releasing the Karmic Trench. So that's nice for Kieran. Maya, hello and welcome. Maya, very nice to see you. AA says, why isn't Asha talking to me? I feel like he's ignoring me, okay? Yeah, there's definitely, I don't feel negative energy towards you, but I definitely feel like there's people that are higher on the list of priorities, people who, you know, Asha wants to talk to more, connect with more, and you just seem a little bit low down. It's not like there's negative energy, it's not like I don't like you, you're just low on my list, if that makes sense. Sid says, what chakras do I need to work on currently? Third eye. Third eye definitely is an area you need to work on for overthinking and worry and things like that. We have Aisha's. So you say, what kind of person is he and does he desire for me deeply? So Morva, I'm really bad at pronouncing the names, I do apologize, but we will do it. So what kind of person is he and does he desire for me deeply? Overall, we get a positive energy with this person, although they are a little bit not, they still have growth to do. They still have lessons and growth to do. So there's a little bit of a inward, maybe slightly selfish energy there, or slightly detached or selfish in some way. But it's like they could work on that. It's not like anything that's, you know, I'm not picking up like psychopath or anything really bad, but it is, you know, there are things that this person needs to work on a little bit, and on a level of like immaturity and I would say selfishness a little bit. But yeah, I feel like it's things that can be worked on. There's still growth that needs to be had, but in terms of the connection to you, it feels nice. It feels sorry, I have tissues somewhere. It feels nice. It feels okay. It just doesn't feel like a really strong desire. It feels like there's definitely attraction, there's definitely desire, it's just not super deep and super strong. Kieran, what Yantra's feelings and intentions towards me, okay? There's more of a support energy there, like quite supportive. So it's someone who does care about you and would be there if you need it. Like maybe they're not there all the time, but maybe they'll be reliable. There's a care energy, so that's nice. Akashic for Maya. Akashic for Maya, you get, oh, very nice for Maya. The Queen of Forces. So balancing of the mind, body and spirit, and divine feminine energy coming to the forefront. So if you find that you are imbalanced in one area, mind, body or spirit, you're really being called to work on that now, because you have the possibility, opportunity, potential to step into true divine feminine energy and be very balanced. So just think about that. Are you already there? Is this just saying this is who you are? Or do you need to work in one area? Mind, body or spirit? Thank you, Aisha, for the date of birth. I appreciate that. Akashic for Sid. So you have the Sands of Time, sorry. You have the Sands of Time, and for this one, it is very much about, there's two elements to it. So one is that divine timing is at work on your life path, one area of your life path. Scrolls often links to our learning, so it can be courses, it can be work, it can be things like that, but it can be learning on a broader scale, like learning life lessons. But divine timing is at work on your life path, but also there may be an opportunity that you need to grasp quite quickly. So something that you, yes, still do your due diligence, make sure it's not a scam or anything like that, but you may need to work, grasp it quickly before someone else does, if that makes sense. So divine timing's at work on your life path, but there may be an opportunity that you need to grasp quickly. Michelle, will me and Jay reconnect? Okay, guessing a yes on that. Jasmine, why would the twin flame keep me blocked on all platforms but then decide to follow me on Instagram? Does he not know it was me when he decided to follow me? Okay. It's still it still is linked to this kind of inner turmoil that's going on, you know. And I do feel like it was purposeful. I do feel like he knows it was you, but there is this element of like inner turmoil going on. It's getting a bit warm, but the seat's cold because it's stone. So bear with me. I'm going to put this down as a little bit of a pillow, but it's getting quite warm, so that's nice. Let's just sit on that. That's better. Much better. Okay. So let's see. Any card for me, whatever you feel drawn to. Unfortunately, we only have Akashic. So this is for AA, an Akashic card. Community. So community is highly, highly important right now. Your social energies might heighten. You might notice that your social battery doesn't drain as quickly. You might need to be networking. There might be soul family members that are coming out of, you know, well, I don't know, like coming out of, but soul family members who are gravitating towards you now. So, you know, the more you're in your social energies, the more you're getting out there, the more you're going to meet these positive people. Community is very important to you right now. Throat chakra energy. Guys, please like the video if you haven't liked it already. I really appreciate that. And yeah, so of course I'm out at the moment, but later on, when I do a bone reading, so I'll do bone reading later on. It should have background music for that. So I'm looking forward to that. Chances was a video that popped on my feed yesterday called "If This Finds You" on February 10th. Congrats, it's coming. Confirmation for my pad with D. Okay. Yes, I guess a yes on that. Akasha for Kieran again. So you have the angels with you, angels and guides with you. Particularly Archangel Gabriel is an archangel energy you can draw from, but also suggests that your own guardian angels, you know, are close with you as well. Maya says, the French guy that calls me queen will try to conquer me. Okay, okay. You get a yes on that. And Anya, hello. Sid, will I still be able to eat dinner as soon as it's ready, even though my stomach really hurts? Okay. Get a yes on that, but I'm really sorry about your stomach, Sid. Sending positive energy to you. Kieran, what's going on between Lyric and her boyfriend LJ? Okay. Yeah, there's a little bit of tension. There's a little bit of misunderstandings, disagreements, but it seems quite minimal. Mostly it seems like working through things and being positive. Michelle says, I like your hat. Thank you so much. I do love it. It is very nice. Thank you. And Anya, will I get a job from the company I recently interviewed this week? Okay. So I'm getting like 70-75% on that. So best of luck to you. Mahesh, YouTube channel master. I look heavy. I think it sounds cute. It sounds like a poem. You look heavy. You look very sweet. You look heavy. You look very sweet. The rainfalls from above you are my love, the creation of the Almighty. Well, that's really sweet. calling a gal heavy is probably not the best step to take. Um, but yeah, it sounds nice. Pooja, I was getting dreams quite a few times that I have joined my old gym back. Where are these signs to hit gym back and to work on my physical health? Yes, 100% you're correct on that. Maya says, am I manifesting my wishes? Okay. Yes, I guess a yes on that. Kieran, how will be the remaining days of February in terms of finance? Okay, let's see if we can see any increase. It feels samey, like just stable. Doesn't feel like there's much change, unfortunately. Sid says, how can I stop random spirits from passing through? The loud noises they make are too much for me. Okay. So it's just about working on your own third eye because, you know, the main issue is you're getting a lot of interference and picking up on things that you don't need to. So if you work on your third eye and balancing that, and I mean you can get Reiki, but I'm talking more about like meditation or frequencies or something like that, because you need something just to your third eye is good, your abilities are coming out, but you're not really balanced in what you're picking up and what you're not. When we begin to tune in our third eye, it can be like we're tuning into like a radio station and we're trying to tune into one, but we're like kind of in between. We're picking up like signals from other ones, and generally, it's okay for spirits to pass by you, and there's other realms around us all the time. But when your third eye is imbalanced, you're picking up on the things you don't want to. So you do need to work on that third eye. Maya says, is Patrick the Virgo interested in me? Okay. Yes. I guess a yes on that. Jan says, it's me hanging out and interacting. Is me hanging out and interacting with Brian Delaney's meeting D, or is helping me heal and facilitating in forward movement? Yeah, I would agree with the latter on that because I get positive energy from it. So yes. Um, can't see any specific blockage in the root chakra. Dense, it's just dense energy. So when we build up, if a chakra starts moving very slowly, it can build up dense energy. It's not always something that's directed at us. Sometimes it's our own system. So it seems like your root chakra was moving quite slowly, and so the energy begins to build up and get a little bit stuck. But yeah, it seems more like that than a directed, someone directing energy towards you, at least. Maya says, will I find a good workplace as program in north of Sweden? Okay. Yes, I guess a yes on that. Interesting. Jan, who updated my old profile on OPGG on the third? Was it David or someone else that I know? Okay. You're guessing someone else that you know. Maya, will it be worth it to work in the north of Sweden? Okay. Yeah, I get positive energy on it. I do get positive energy on it, so yes. Sid says any blockage in my throat chakra. That's Sid, right? Yeah. No, not the throat chakra. Pooja, after awakening, I have isolated myself. I don't socialize much, got only one to two friends whom I talk or call or text. What are my guides suggesting about my social life? Yeah, so with that, I feel like it's more, that's okay. There's absolutely nothing wrong with only having a few friends and having a small social circle. It's, for the main part, I would say it's kind of my preference. And I think a lot of us feel that way. But it can sometimes be about associates who you're networking with. Well, maybe it's like spiritual groups and things like that. It doesn't have to be people that you're fully letting into your social circle at all times. But it can be people who help you in certain ways. And I feel spiritual groups, especially for you. Matty, hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. So, guys, if you are new, I am Venus. This is Secret Frequencies, and we are doing a crystal ball reading for my mini crystal ball. And also we have Akashic Tarot. So you can choose an Akashic Tarot, or you can ask specific questions for the crystal ball. If you are new, I do appreciate if you leave your full name and date of birth, as it helps me to connect your energy. But it's not totally necessary. I will still do the question if you don't want to leave that, I understand. And yeah, everyone is welcome. Subscribe. I do tons of different readings all the time. I'm keeping up my readings as much as I can. Hopefully bone reading later on. And yeah, so it's lovely to see new people. And you can refer to like the questions in the chat if you're not sure what kind of questions to ask as well. Jan says, did the reading that Em got over Caden confirm that Caden isn't going to commit to her and that it's best to move on? Or did the reader just tell Em whatever she wants to hear about Caden? Okay. So I lean towards your first suggestion, which is a little bit like things aren't really going to work out or this isn't your forever person, but it wasn't like a doom and gloom reading. It did have elements of, you know, there's possibility, there's potential, it might happen, which of course I do feel is the case, you know, because it's possible, it's just very unlikely. And so I do feel like they were maybe, you know, softening the blow a little bit, you know, with some sugarcoating, but I do feel like they were correct in what they said, you know? Kieran says, what's Alondra's feelings and intentions towards me? Okay. This is a similar one where I'm getting kind of supportive energy as well from this one. So that's quite nice. Thank you, Jan, for moderating. I appreciate that. Aries, will my partner end up staying permanently living with me? He recently said that he's going to try to save for his own place. Is this true or no? So he has intention to save for his own place still. He's still thinking about it. It just seems unlikely that it will happen. Michelle says, does Jay wants to put me in a video? I guess a no on that. Kieran says, what spiritual gifts or talents do I have but I'm unaware of? It's mostly claircognizance that comes up for you, and I don't think you're unaware of it. I just think that you need to trust it a little bit more, maybe, or tap into it a little bit more. Aries, for Valentine's Day, will my partner end up giving me any types of gifts, and if so, what? Okay. Yeah, I definitely do feel gifts, and I feel more like, you know, I'm trying to hone in, like, is this jewelry? What is this? It feels more like it might be like a clothing item. I do feel like you'll go out together as well, but in terms of a gift, I feel like clothing item is coming through stronger. Jan says, when will they cut ties, and is it looking like Em and Caden are moving on from each other already? There are times when she kind of moves on because she doesn't get the attention that she wants. So there is an element of connecting with other people, getting it elsewhere, but then kind of coming back, you know? So at the moment, it's kind of like, it's still hit and miss. It's still kind of like, yeah, hit and miss, I would say, at the moment. So not completely gone, you know? Thank you, John. Natty, will someone confess their love to me on Valentine's Day? Natty, okay. So, unfortunately, I do get a no on that, but I do get that there is someone that wants to. They want to. So maybe they're shy, or maybe there's a reason why they're not going to tell you, but there is someone who has attraction to you, but they're not going to confess that just yet. Jan, is Dee still in a relationship at the moment, and when is it looking like he will be out of it if he is still currently in it? Okay. Still currently in it, so it feels like it's coming to an end, but still currently in it at the moment. Michelle says cute clothes. Thank you. I actually got this. I think this is very beautiful. I got it from a thrift store. A thrift store in America. I love the sleeves. It's very nice and purple. I feel like it's kind of, it feels Third Eye energy to me, you know? And I love the sleeves. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, oh, and I also have cowboy boots as well. I couldn't resist. Okay, so Acacia card for Kieran. So you have the waterfall. So either you're a very emotional person and you're being guided to balance your emotions a little bit in general, or with the waterfall, if you don't feel like you're an emotional person all the time, it can be that there's going to be a moment in this current chapter coming up where someone's going to try to get a rise out of you. So they're going to try to um, invoke some strong emotion like anger or sadness or whatever that might be, and you're being called to just be in your higher power. Don't listen to that. Don't let them get a rise out of you because that's what they want. Stay in your nice, positive, spiritual energy. Johanna Lula, of course, I'll pull you a card, but you're very welcome to ask questions for the crystal ball. But for Johanna Lula, we have, okay, so we have the springtime, depending which way it lands, it's spring or autumn, but you get the springtime, and that is about the manifestation that's at the most forefront of your mind. The things that you're most trying to manifest will manifest by the spring. So that's where our time frame comes in. It's about the thing we're really working on. It could be like a job you're trying to get or a kind of partner you're trying to attract, you know? Jasmine says today the twin flame posted a pic of himself and his mother, whereas the rest of his pics were AI. So today does he know that I know it's him following me on Instagram? He feels that you might know. He feels that you might know, I would say. But I feel like there's kind of like a I want you and I don't want you to. It's like undecided kind of energy. Sean says is Stephen trying to start something again. We used to be really close and he had some feelings for me, but we drifted. But now he's been reaching out again out of the blue. Yeah, there's definitely a desire to get back to that connection, yes. Flower Beauty, hello and welcome! Is AG telling me the truth about his separation? Yes, I guess a yes on that. And hello, I hope you're well. Kieran, do I have any negative energy or evil eye on me? Yeah, so I don't pick up evil eye at the moment, luckily. So I know you've had that in the past, so it's being released in some way, maybe your angels, maybe yourself, But you do have that negative energy in the root chakra, so that's the main thing at the moment. Miss Venus, hi lovely, what is the likely outcome for my brother's situation today? Okay, let's look at this. So the energy's like, it's kind of like a mid-level energy. Like I feel like it's, there's people playing sports over there, I think these screens. It's kind of like, it's kind of like not as bad as the worst outcome, but not as good as the best outcome. It feels like it's going to be a little bit worse than the best outcome that might have been relayed to you or that you might feel is the best outcome. It does feel like it's going to be a little bit worse than that, but I'm not seeing worse outcome at all. So of course, I'm praying, sending positive energy and everything like that. We want to get it down to like the best possible outcome, and of course, it seems a little bit worse than that. So I will be sending my prayers and everything like that. Ella says, hey Gally, could I please ask you Andrea's current feelings for us right now? It's up and down. It feels like there's a hopeful energy that gets replaced by a defeated energy. A hopeful energy that gets replaced by a defeated energy. Feels like there's a bit of up and down at the moment, unfortunately. So I'm sorry to relay that. Jan says, what are Caden's thoughts and feelings about me and intentions of any? He's been popping up in my dreams more frequently and he still hasn't blocked or removed me from anywhere. Okay? It's very, very out of sight, out of mind. It's very, very out of sight, out of mind. It doesn't really feel like there's any intentions, although there's no intentions in a negative way, like there's no intentions to block you or to, go any further, but there's also no intentions to reach out or anything like that. So it's very flat energy. Flower Beauty says, what will happen if I try to manifest the specific person who I still like? Okay. You have potential on that pad. You may require a little bit of help. but you do have potential on that pad. I feel like it would be a while. I feel like it would be like maybe around a 4 month manifestation period, but I do feel like you could possibly attain that. Were you in the love spell? Maybe we should do another love spell before. If I have the music, I can do my full love spell where we have a meditation as well. So we could do that. But at least we had some candles lit before Valentine's Day, you know. Sue, hello, hello. Will my son forgive me and make amends? Oh, I really hope so. Let's see. So we have Sue Ann. Yeah, I am getting an eventual energy on this, but it seems pretty like at least 6 months, at least. Miss Venus, is it likely that my brother will be allowed to be on home arrest, fella, or detained somewhere else, and for how long? Yeah, I do see the potential and possibility of home arrest quite prominently. I feel like it's because it's the energy of like being restricted but not fully restricted. So I don't really feel like it's prison or jail, whatever you guys call it. I do feel like it's there's a slight bit more freedom energy coming through. So home arrest feels right to me in terms of how the energy is. But like I said, I will be sending my prayers and everything for today. Michelle, is Lewis returning to me? I think is the question. Is Lewis returning to me? Okay. I guess a no on that at the moment. Seems low prominence, I'm sorry to say. Jan says, how did take the reading? Is she just in denial over things with Caden, still believing her and him are meant to be? Or is she starting to move on and understand it won't happen again? There definitely isn't a full belief in it. It feels like I'm using this for guidance, but I don't know fully if this is true. So I feel like it's kind of like taking it on board, but not fully, putting all of her energy into it, if you would say. Michelle says, was Jay about put me in a video? I don't know what that says, I'm sorry. Miss Venus, will a judge be receptive and recognise the efforts my brother is making, or will a judge dismiss all that and do what the other people want? No, I do feel like there is some leniency. I do feel like there's some understanding, and I feel like there is a bit of leniency. I feel like the I don't feel like a super nice energy from the judge. I can't lie about that. I don't feel like a super nice energy, but I do feel like in terms of like when you look at those authoritative figures like judges, police, things like that, there's definitely a lesser strict energy. There's definitely a little bit of empathy there and understanding. So and of course that's what I'm hopeful and that's what I'm focusing on as well, because we want to bring that to the forefront as much as possible. We want the empathy to be at the forefront as much as possible, and for that to lower the leniency, if you will, or higher the leniency is probably the right way to say it. But yeah, I do feel that there'll be a little bit of gentleness, not too, Flower Beauty says, why has AK stopped talking to me and will he reach out? And it's interesting, someone else, so there's a lot of energy and conversation going there to this other person. Miss Venus, when you said my love pad is wide open for soulmate energy, do you see someone already lining up with me or not yet? I feel it's more, yeah, I would say that the alignment isn't major because, like I said, like the open energy, it feels kind of like the person's there because they're sat there. There's a draw. We have like these draws, these gravitational pulls towards certain people in certain situations, certain places in our life path, and the gravitational energy is there, like pulling you together, but there's no set alignment of like you will meet here or you'll meet here just yet. But the gravitation is there, if that makes sense. Jan says, when will G be out of his relationship? I feel like it's a couple of months. I feel like there's a few more months to go. Amy says my birthday is today. Well, I have fun on my birthday today. Happy birthday to Amy! Happy birthday! I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm really hoping you do. Let's see. Yeah, I do get positive energy around her. I do. So you must have some people that love you in your life. It seems nice. Firebird says, I hope you're doing well. Well, good. I hope you're doing good. It's lovely to see you. It's nice to catch you. Amy, will I move on the first floor? Yes. I guess an eventual energy, like this isn't something that happens right away, but I do get a yes. Follow Beauty says, when will I see income coming in? Okay. I'm guessing end of March, beginning of April time. Firebird says, what's been currently going on between Scorpio and Miss W? Not a lot. It seems mostly like communication, conversation, a little bit of flirting, but not too much. Acacia card for Jan. Yes, of course. I'm stuck. Right, Acacia card for Jan. Oh, you have balance, but it's upside down, unfortunately. So yeah, you're out of balance in some way. So when we have balance like this, you can be out of balance, like you just need to align something. If you feel like you know it's mind, body, or spirit, you just work on aligning it. But also it can be justice, like you're not getting the justice you deserve, you're not getting the karma that you deserve right now. So it might be a little bit of a difficult period. There might be some challenges, some struggles and things like that, because it's kind of like, yeah, you're not getting the justice you deserve, whether that's actual justice in like a legal setting or whether that's karmic justice. You're not getting it right now, unfortunately, and you probably deserve it, because that's why it's coming up, but you're not getting it, unfortunately. Flower Beauty, will A ever come correct towards me the way that he should? I guess a no on that, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say. An Acacia card for Kieran. Reflection. So you have reflection, you have that nice calm lake. It's all about going within, understanding that the answers are inside, going within, working on yourself a little bit, but also understanding that you're just on the journey right now. You're not at any destination. You're learning things, you're growing, you're learning about yourself. That's why it's telling you to go within, and you're just on the journey right now. The destination is not, it is important, and it's always very nice and very motivational to have a goal to work towards, but we shouldn't be too focused on what the desired outcome is that we don't live in the present moment. So it's just about being a bit more present, especially with yourself. How am I feeling? Do I need this? Do I need that? Self-care a little bit more. Miss Venus, I did a bit of tarot reading on myself, and I kept getting a man showing up for me, either someone with strong emotions or a water sign man, and I felt strongly like a person based on the cards. Interesting. So who is that King of Cups that kept showing up in my spread for March and April? Okay. Yeah, I feel like it links to the soulmate energy. I do feel like it links to that, so I wonder if you resonate with that. Firebird says, did they secretly meet up last night? Seems it's in crisis talks. Okay. I'm guessing a no on last night. I'm guessing a no on that. Firebird says, what has Miss W been blackmailing or threatening Scorpio with? I don't get anything for that. I don't think there's blackmail. Jasmine says, this is all weird behaviour and still confusing that the twin flame's following me on Instagram but wanting and not wanting me to know it's him. Why is he confused and why is he in turmoil? I feel like he's been in that energy for a long time, and I feel like it's just because of his indecision. Like he makes a decision and then he regrets it, and it's like maybe he should just make the other decision, see if he regrets that, maybe he should just weigh it up, but yeah, I just feel like it's lack of movement in one's own life, when we keep going back on our decisions, or we keep hesitating or denying or going back on our decisions, we end up just stuck. We end up in this space, and it does create a lot of cognitive dissonance and inner turmoil. It certainly does. Miss Venus, Just out of curiosity, are the twin flame O and C out of the picture from my love life for good? Just curious because of that reading. Could be a future person showing up, but it felt like someone in regret. Okay. So I feel like C is 100% out of your life for good, but the twin flame and Omar, no, I would then the energy isn't out of your life for good right now. Guys, if you haven't liked the video yet, please do like it. I greatly appreciate that. So if you are new, I am Venus. This is Secret Frequencies. Do readings like this all the time. At the moment, I'm doing crystal ball with my little mini travel crystal ball. And we have Akashic cards that you can choose from as well. I do plan to add to this a little bit and get some more cards, but I haven't had the chance. The one day I went to the spiritual store, it was closed. Didn't see that in the crystal ball. So yeah, but I will get back there and I will get some more things. But we will likely have a bone reading later on. Oh, there's a super? I didn't see that pop up. Oh. Mazzy! I'm so sorry, that did not pop up. Let's see. Is Lewis serious about me and what are his intentions with me? Okay. So intentions are definitely strong and romantic and wanting to connect and wanting to hang out and things like that. But I don't feel like a super serious energy right now. But that's always something that can grow. Sometimes people are a little bit more in their flirty, playful energies at the beginning. So I wouldn't necessarily worry too much about it, but it's probably just good to note that there isn't a serious energy right now. So apologies if I only just realised that there was a super. So sometimes they don't pop up, and I don't know why. I think it's the amount. Let's see. Oh, it's getting cold. I'm trying to stay on for another 20 minutes. It's getting a little bit cold though. Let's see. I can't find where I was up to. I'm so sorry. Jan! Will Em have another big upset with Caden on Valentine's Day, like she did last year? It seems like the upsets are more frequent lately, very rocky. Okay. Guess a yes on that. Firebird! Why is Scorpio fearful of Miss W finding out he's been talking to me? She has like a possessive, controlling kind of energy. You know, she is a bit of a manipulative person. There's a bit of a possessive and controlling energy, and he knows how she will react if she finds out. So he just wants to keep that quiet. Miss Venus, how is my brother feeling at the moment? Surprisingly, he is even talking about God, and he's been an atheist for so long. How do you see him feeling? Okay. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's been layers to this experience, like humbling and in a, or how do you say, like sitting with oneself, you know, sitting with oneself, realizing some truths, some inner truths, if you will. So I do feel like there's been a catalyst for growth in this experience, and I do feel like there's an element of feeling defeated, and I do feel like there's a whatever will be kind of energy, like, you know, it is kind of out of my hands and it is kind of in God's hands. I do feel that, but as well as it's interesting because there's a bit of a defeated energy, like I can't really help this now. I have to, you know, do the consequences, basically go through the consequences of the actions. But at the same time, I do feel like there is a bit of hope. So I do feel like there's some lighter energy in there that's kind of hopeful. So yeah, it's a little bit complex, but I feel like, you know, these experiences do help us to grow in a very strange way. And it's all part of the human experience. We all make mistakes all the time. No one is perfect. Doesn't matter where you get to. Doesn't matter how strong your intuition is or how grown you are, or how many inner truths you uncover, or, you know, how much esoteric information you receive. You're always going to make mistakes sometimes, and you're always going to have the life lessons. And, you know, I think from a spiritual perspective, he's doing very well. And I think the guides will be proud. And, you know, I do feel that. So hopefully coming to God a little bit more is a good outcome at least. And Michelle says, was Jay going to put me in a video? And if not, what was his plans? Okay. note of putting you in a video. It just kind of feels like more like just wanting to talk to you kind of energy. It doesn't really feel like having a plan of like a choreographed plan, if that makes sense. Jan says, is she considering doing another black magic spell on him, or is it looking more so that she will get other readings to hear what she wants to hear over Caden and her being meant to be? Okay. So I don't know. I feel like there's a bit of an aversion to like spell work and readings. I don't feel like it's something that she regularly does, and I don't get the energy of her wanting to repeat that just yet. Guys, if you haven't liked the video yet, please do like it. If you are new, I am Venus, and this is Secret Frequencies, and we do readings like this all the time. This is the crystal ball reading, and I do have Akashic Tarot as well, which you can choose from. But I'm only going to be on for about 15 more minutes, but I will answer at least one question from everyone, because in about 5 minutes time I'll be scrolling down, and if you haven't had any questions answered or you are new, I will be answering your questions, some of your questions. So yeah, do hang about with us. But I will be on later on for some bone reading, and there's loads of different types of readings coming up, so do stay tuned and subscribe and like the video. So Firebird says, how Scorpio react or feel if I showed him readings of a past life and a soul connection? I just feel like dismissive. I don't really feel like there's too much belief in that. So if you didn't hear me, a bit dismissive, not really believing in that for the past life question. Miss Venus says, what is the reason and purpose for my brother going through this experience? Yeah, I feel like it's a growth. I feel like it's a life lesson and a growth, you know, because sometimes we always think that every lesson that we have is like some huge revelation, and if it comes to God and you know, more spiritual energy, then of course it will be. But a lot of our lessons are just to understand these things, like to really feel those emotions, you know. There's worry, you know, have I hurt someone, has something, you know, really bad happened? Then there's relief of, okay, it could have been worse, you know. All of these emotions we have to go through, all of these emotions we have to learn, and we all learn them in different ways, but that's each of our experience, you know. And you know, I think that one thing we shouldn't forget is that there's positivity in all lessons as well. We're always being led to a higher positive outcome when we learn the lessons, basically. But as well, you know, that we have very positive lessons, like the lessons of love and the lessons of support. And I feel also like, you know, the coming together of, you know, you being very supportive with him and things like that, and you know, or maybe other family members or friends, that's also a lesson. It's like, oh, you know, I can make mistakes, but these people are still here for me, you know. And that's a huge lesson too, positive lesson. So everything has contained within it the negatives, having to go through these emotions and growth, but then the positives of, oh, these people aren't judging me, they still care about me, you know, they're still here. And I think there's a beauty in it, a silver lining, if you will. But I think we do have another super. Oh my gosh. What did I click? Tash! When will I get next long-term job? No calls yet. Love, light and blessings. I'm so sorry to read that, but let's see what comes through. So there's a prominent good energy at the beginning of March. So I'm sending you positive energy, love, light and blessings to Tash. But yes, beginning of March is coming up quite well. Quite good. Leela, how do you see Matt's relationship with Marie? Does she love him? Okay. There's definitely a positive, strong energy of care. Do you feel like the heart chakra is open to some degree? That can be care. I don't feel in love. There could be some love, but I don't feel in love, if that makes sense. And Leela also says, Lee's current feelings towards me. How is the energy between us? Feels pretty flat. It actually feels lesser than I felt in the past. It feels like it's dipped a little bit since I last checked, which is unfortunate, I am sorry to say. Mazzy, hello and welcome. So yeah, so I'll scroll down. If anyone hasn't had any questions, I'll do Miss Venus here. But if anyone hasn't had any questions answered, or if you're new and you haven't had any questions answered, I will be getting to you now in the chat. All of my information as well is in the description of the video. If you do want a more in-depth reading with me, if you want Reiki cleanses of yourself or your home, spells like love and money, more in-depth readings like crystal ball, tarot, pendulum, bone reading, rune reading, candle wax reading, aura reading, all different types of readings, do check out my website. All of my sessions are very reasonably priced. Oh, sound healing as well. I do sound healing. All of the sessions are very reasonably priced, and if you are a member, you do get a discount, so message me first if you're a member. Members of the YouTube channel get discounts on the website, and that is secretfrequencies.com/shop. secretfrequencies.com/shop. So, Miss Venus, apparently my romance and relationship energies are heightened, especially since yesterday, strongly until March, according to astrology. How is that going to impact me? Do you see someone coming in? Okay. Yeah, I feel mostly like the impact that this could have is more about actually, so before when we were talking about there's a gravitational pull, but there's no set alignment yet, I feel more like this energy could make that alignment, as opposed to it manifesting right there and then, which I'm not saying that's not possible, but it seems more like it will make the alignment in that time frame. So it might not be full manifestation, but we might begin to see the path being strongly set, if that makes sense. So let's see. Do we have anybody who hasn't had... Mazzy, is Lewis serious about me? Oh, we did that one. Ella, a card that tells me Andrea's energy right now, he's still in Sicily. Okay, so I only have the Akashic, so I do apologize. Oh, you have the Queen of Roses. So the Queen of Roses is a positive omen for love. So it could be, you know, suggesting that this is how he views you. Maybe he does view you in a very, and you know, I do think he does. Like, you know, the thing is that it's more an issue with his own energy and his own self and his own issues, that rather than how he feels about you. It's more like sometimes how much we love someone else can be enough motivation for us to try to implement positive change. But sometimes the person, they just need it within themselves. No matter how amazing you are, sometimes it's just their own energy, their own issues, you know? But that is how he sees you, and that is how you are. And I think that's a positive omen as well. The Queen of Roses is like, love is available to you, whether it's from him or not, you know? There's love everywhere, and there's people everywhere, and there's nice people everywhere, you know? We don't often believe or think that, but there are, you know? And you will very well find one if you decide on a different path. And will I hear from P next week? No, unfortunately, I guess no, I'm sorry to say. Guys, if you haven't liked the video yet, please do like it. Please do bear in mind that likes on the video are like votes. So even if you only get one question answered today, the more likes I get on the crystal ball, the more I will be back with the crystal ball. So that's how I do it. If one type of reading gets tons of likes, I will do that one more. So do click like. And hello, Tash, it's nice to see you. Let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. So we don't have too many new ones. So let's just go back. We might do like one each. So Miss Venus says, when do you see me potentially entering a romantic relationship? I'm actually super at peace at the moment in my Venusian vibes here. Very nice. Very nice. But when do we see it? Okay. So I'm guessing more April, May at the moment. But let's check on how that celestial energy impacts you. Maybe next week or something. We could double check on that. So, and Michelle says, does Jay want to tell me he's not attracted to me? Okay. I guess a no on that. Let's see. Firebird, how did Scorpio feel about me after chat on video call this week? So how it feels, it's like much more, sorry, I'll wait just in case that's loud. Much more attracted at the moment. It's like being in the present moment the attraction is realized, the energy is heightened and things like that. But it's when you're not together, when you're not talking, it's like out of sight, out of mind. That's the unfortunate thing. It's like in the moment when you're there, when the opportunity is there, highly, highly positive. When you're not there, it's out of sight, out of mind energy with him, unfortunately. So I'm sorry to say that. So let's do the super chat and then I will go because we do have some loud cars here. So it is the opportunity I have to quickly grab anything to do with getting a new spirit. Ah, okay. I know what you mean. Okay. Yes, I actually get a yes on that. So see, you should trust your intuition. You should trust that. You don't trust your intuition enough because your third eye is too chaotic. You just need to balance it, make sure it's calm. I would say more focusing on calming energies for the third eye because you are very in tune. You're just accidentally picking things up that you don't need to, you know?
Are you a YouTuber?
Yes.
Can I have your YouTube?
If you like, but I do like tarot and things, you know.
What do you do?
Tarot and crystal ball and like spiritual.
Yes, I do. I want it. Let me get my phone so I can.
Okay. I think we have a new subscriber. We have a new subscriber. We have a new community member.
Okay, what is it?
It's secret
Secret
frequencies.
frequencies?
Yeah. And then sessions. And it should be like a pink picture.
Okay, I found it.
Did you?
I'm gonna
What's your name? Eden.
Yeah.
I'm Venus.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm gonna follow you.
Okay, feel
Subscribe.
free to send me a message. My email and things are on there as well.
Okay, thank you.
I think we made a new friend. Eden. Maybe see Eden in chat soon. That would be pretty sweet. Okay, so I think we will finish up there. So I will just finish by saying to anyone else who is in, so it will be, I do really want to get a bone reading done because I got some new bones. I'm pretty, you know, excited about it. So we'll do that. I'm really hopeful of that. But yeah, so too many cars, I think. So I will go. Love, light and blessings. Oh, sorry, I have a super chat here. Sid, is it the angel spirit who helps with dreams? Let's see. Yes, I get a yes on that. So there you go. I do get a yes. So love, light and blessings to each of you. And I really hope to see you soon. I will stream when it's a bit quieter. I will stream again. Love, light and blessings. I have to wait for this to. I have to wait for that to go. I'll just wait for a moment. I think I have to wait for that to go until I can click off. But thank you, Sid. Shout out to Sid. I greatly appreciate the super chats. I really do. So thank you very much for those who have supported the community, all of the members, Mazzy and Sid, I think, with the supers. Let me see. Sid, Tash and Mazzy, yes, I think. So love, light and blessings to you guys. Thank you very much. I just wait for this to. It needs to go off. It's kind of on a timer, but we'll get there. Sorry about the noise. Taking its time. It's taking its time. Thank you, Sid. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. I can go now. I can go. It's gone off. So love, light and blessings.